Team Liquid's turn to ban.
We want to like really feel like someone gets figured out, right? As everyone claimed Nigma was at the major.
I think more often than not, I think it's common that teams may have a bad game, and nobody wants to go out on just one game saying like they never really got to play their Dota. So a best of 3 really enables them to have that second chance where they can at least feel like they gave it their best shot, and it wasn't like, oh my god, like that first blood ruined us, or oh my god, like we picked the wrong hero, we should have picked this one.
Yeah, we had 2 games in a row now. We had, kind of want to say, Team Liquid dictating the draft. The Axelon Druid pickup, and then
10 seconds
in the first
remaining.
phase as well, so that some prepared strategies
5
coming in.
seconds remaining.
Do you want to see the prepared strategy? We know couple lined up. You know, Snapfire Slaughter comes to mind, or anything with Leshrac, basically. Or do you want to see entirely like more like an?
And I'm like I mentioned before, I'm really curious to see how they will treat the Luna and where that hero will go, if not just banned in the first phase. And then yeah, if that hero's if there's no Luna, I want to see who gets axed. I feel like those are just powerful heroes right now, or at least those are the ones dominating this qualifier so far.
Any hero you want to add to the mix, trend?
Well, for me personally, as our draft is taking some time, I'm actually just realizing that Liquid and Nigma have only ever played 20 series versus each other for like the past 2 years. Does that seem crazy to anyone else?
5 seconds
The reason
remaining.
why that seems crazy is because at some point you got to stop thinking Team Nigma and being Alliance
Liquid's turn to
right?
Also true.
Because Team Nigma has only been around since after. Team Nigma has never played on a TI.
Yeah, no, but it's like, it still seems crazy that we've had all this time to play Dota and these two teams have only matched up that many times. Like, I mean, that was like, since they've been Liquid, since they've been Nigma and stuff, but I don't know, in like 2 years of Dota, because the way our DPC season works, and then like the struggles of getting to majors and everything, I feel like I see these other matchups in the European region way more than that. Does that make sense?
I mean, like you feel like you see like OG Secret more?
Yeah, OG Secret, OG Nigma and everything. I don't know.
But aren't they like
feels like
mathematically playing the same amount?
I guess the issue.
I think so.
Well, other than like majors and stuff, I guess, right? That's kind of the issue. But what it's making me realize is that like it's crazy how much we spread our attention. I mean, we were kind of discussing this in the break, but like our attention to like other teams and other regions is just like so much broader in Dota now that I guess we don't really prioritize these. Like it used to be, you'd watch like Navi versus Alliance like 5 times in the same week. You know what I mean?
Good old days. I mean,
were they the good old days? I don't know. We get better Dota
for
now.
half a year.
10 seconds
and you only
remaining.
face one time in 2 seasons, like one each season,
5
and perhaps you
seconds
face each
remaining.
other at a major if you're lucky. And of course, both of these teams did make it to the major, so they did face each other a little bit more than average. But yeah, other than that, there's not really any third-party tournaments that provide the matchups that are just
like in 6 months. This is their 5th series versus each other.
We got to draft, guys. We got to draft.
Yeah, but
hey, yes, we do.
That's wild.
Okay, so we start on Team Nigma. That is the Luna for ILTW. I Luna to win. What was it, Trent?
Got it, you got it.
10
There it
seconds
is. Great,
remaining.
Interesting answer in the Keeper of the Light with the Razor.
5
Trent,
seconds
what's your
remaining.
I do like the Razor. I think the hero's a little underrated.
Radiant
I
team
feel like an
back.
idiot for going against Luna like 4 times now for LTW, so I think I'm done at this point, and we can pretty much call it. But the BKB refresher build, with, like potentially even in the Aghanims, does seem like something that would be very strong and actually get on top of this Luna and ruining her game. So it's clearly a prepared answer here from Liquid.
They also leave Terrorblade in.
Luckily for Luna, though, she doesn't necessarily completely rely on her right-click damage
10
to put out
seconds
damage,
remaining.
so Razor won't be able to completely shut her down. LTW could opt
5
for a more
seconds remaining.
magic damage build, right? He may even look for, like, maybe not because he's playing with Wisp and he can just get reload out of the Link, but I've seen him in the past do, like, Hurricane Pike, E-Blade, right? Ags, you know, you can kind of play it in a different way.
Aetherland.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know about that, but possibly.
That was something.
In a pub near you. The Mars pickup from Nigma is they picked the Mars in the same exact spot in the second phase. They followed this up with a Hoodwink next, I could see them going for once again. Also go for the Lion, which did stay in the pool. In previous games, it did get banned.
A lot of options. It's actually
Radiant
Team Liquid that is sticking heavily to their bonus side right now. They'll end up going. Played this twice before. Both of them played it. Were losses. One key and the Timber.
So right with the tree jump, if the Hoodwink's hiding in the trees. I feel it's so funny now in Dota. There's just so many heroes that play with trees out there, synergies and anti-synergies in regards to the forest.
Wind Ranger band.
Yeah, Mars. There are a ton of trees.
That's true as well. So Timbersaw was their 18 pick, which is 18 pick. The 4th slot for Liquid is usually their most powerful pick in the game. They choose to go with Timbersaw. However, I don't believe it's that Timbersaw game. The hero strength heroes like Wisp and Mars, but they have a good amount of magical damage.
I think it is crazy how fast Liquid is drafting right now, considering the circumstances.
Remaining.
I could have used a lot of their reserve time earlier, but they are just like busting through these bands, and Nigma have so much time left to look at their 10th and final pick in this game. And Nigma clearly looking back in the this Monkey King with the Ench was a really good way to use the super early level Ench creeps. Like even if they only had level 1 enchant, they could still gank mid if it was a weaker mid laner just off of the pounce from the Monkey King. And and those potential Taiga heroes here.
Do you feel like Liquid's heroes have been a good reaction to what they've seen?
The Monkey King, I don't know. I feel like they need something else to pull this together. They need some like tower push or something. But it's a position 4 hero, so that gets really awkward fast. Overall, I think Nigma has like 4 of the absolute best heroes in Dota right now. And Liquid have heroes that are on the rise, but aren't like super busted.
Because you're often blind picking your heroes on the 2nd pick. I feel like they knew exactly what they wanted on 2-3. They knew exactly what they wanted on 15-17 or the 3-4 here in the draft. And Liquid is, their job is they're tasked with responding appropriately to these. And I'm not quite sure that they have yet. And I'm a little concerned for them because Miracle is just going to have. I feel like both Nigma side lanes are going to be fine, and then Miracle is just going to have free reign to play like whatever the best hero might be. He's playing against a Razor, though. Yes. That can be a tough lane. It could be Razor or Monkey King if Liquid chose to be flexible with their lanes as well. True. And those 2 heroes check off a lot of boxes, right? I guess they're both sort of anti-melee, so.
And then I also think that they would really want someone who pressures mid. Like, whatever this 4 is.
Yeah, this is a Queen of Pain game for Miracle. Really, really good game for it.
I mean, for the Razor, like the actual counter pick?
Yeah, I think Queen is the best Razor.
I don't know if
Taiga has played 10 different heroes in the 10 games they've played so far, so we'll see what hero they'll go for this time around in their 11th game of these qualifiers. They are ticking out of time.
Not Taiga Willow.
Very, very shortly.
But I think they might
Roamer.
Radiant.
You should pick a Roamer. I don't think Willow is the best.
Ooh, the big game winner.
11 games, 11 different heroes as well.
Okay, nice. It is a response, right? It kind of is the opposite of Roam. He's going to just jungle, most likely. Timbersaw is a very self-sufficient offlaner, so you can get away with, leaving him alone for a decent amount after he gets like a level 3 or something. So, good response from Team Liquid. I like that they're challenging Nigma with this decisive, black hole, right? Game 3, hype, anxiety, nerves, BKB black hole.
I've actually seen Mars versus Razor work before with the spear. Okay, we're not gonna worry about it. We're just going for the TA. It's fine.
TA into Razor.
And to Nigma.
You don't like it?
No, I don't like it. And we'll see how he does in lane, but I do think it's greedy. I think Luna wants to be the hero farming those ancients, so if Luna somehow struggles in lane, I feel like Nigma's map is going to get very small. If Nigma manages to win both their side lanes, I can see the game going very well for them.
This is a tricore that can also contest stacks. Timbersaw, Monkey King, and Razor are all capable of moving in there early, and we've also seen a lot of Timbersaw players now abusing the ancients and actually farming them on the early end.
Lost this game.
Plus, you can farm them super fast with the coddle.
Alright guys, I know we probably lost this game, but we can still do this.
Whoa. It works in so many ways.
Miracle's pretty good at TA.
Who's gonna go forward?
I'll take Team Liquid. I'll take Team Liquid. I don't think this last pick TA was what they needed this game.
I kind of feel like Nigma are going to clutch it out, if I'm being real. I love what Liquid have as tools, but I think that Nigma have a plan. Like, they have all this time for the Miracle, and I think he's confident in the idea here.
Yeah, with the IO Luna as well. You know, we've seen Luna win twice already in this series.
I'm feeling some regret right now.
Last round. I chose them. Oh, shit.
Oh, well.
I think if at least Taiga can get some going, it's going to be an exciting... regardless of who's going to take this third and deciding game. Remember, it's all or nothing. And even if we win this one, still have 2 other teams over as well. We're going to find out who is playing against OG tomorrow in the lower bracket finals together with the Miracle. And anyway.
Prepare for battle.
Thank you so much, Sheev, and a very undecided rest of the panel. They're bouncing back and forth. Is the black hole going to be enough? Is ILTW going to be able to carry again on Luna? What's your read on this game right here?
I think a lot of this game comes down to the laning stage. I mean, Timbersaw, in theory, especially on Darius, should get sort of murked by an IO Luna lane.
This will only hurt
damage and like the extra attack speed combined with Luna makes it really hard. And on the other side, you have, you know, your classic Razor versus TA. Razor's always been one of the heroes that's supposed to be good versus TA, but Miracle has done really well in lanes this tournament, and I've actually seen TAs go pretty even in this. However, if Timbersaw gets more than he should, or if TA gets more than she should, sort of how the game flow is supposed to go completely changes based on that.
Well, it'll be something to watch for, and I think it's going to be interesting as we see this smoke up again by Nigma, making that same type of play that we saw in the last game. But one thing that I think is going to be really interesting to watch for is not only that, but these rotations of the Monkey King, because this has been kind of a Liquid special. We haven't seen that much success out of Monkey Kings in other places. As Mind Control going to walk on over and try and contest for this rune. We'll be able to get it, but it looks like they get 3 on Nigma. Is that right? Yeah, GH is coming back over and pick up the other.
Up this last one, and they've also scouted the lanes. I mean, they already knew. I'm a bit surprised GH didn't go for the cheeky EXP snipe on the Enigma deny. I've seen that coming out a few times. I mean, Enigma, he hasn't been played that much. And Taiga, as we can see in the stat, he's one of the most played Enigma players, I think, in Europe in general. So I don't really know how this game is going to go at all.
All right, well, we'll watch it. I have already muted all of the players when the chat wheel spam came out, so you guys get to see it on the stream, but my feed is nice and clear. As, of course, the big frustrating part about playing into Enigma is going to be the fact that you just get less farm. Taiga is going to keep on denying out these range creeps every chance that he gets.
He already got 3 denies on the first wave. So he knows how to play this matchup. You can just play for these denies. Oh! The meld hit misses up or something there? I didn't quite see what happened, but that's a big deal because now Razor's going to free farm the rest of the creeps under his tower.
Very, very nice for Koikva, who's already off to a very good start here. Like you said, 4-4. And Miracle, he's going to head on back over afterwards and farm up the small camp. As you can see, Kuro getting pushed back a little bit by Insania in that top lane as well. Nothing really to write home about except for talking about that disparity that sort of exists mid. Some of that CS that you're going to be seeing on Miracle will be just by virtue of those small camp creeps.
For sure, and he did get an additional bouncy rune over Koikva. I mean, it's 3-2-1, so it's actually a 2 bouncy rune advantage there. So his net worth it's still quite good now. And this lane, I don't think it's that bad for TA. It's more of an in-game matchup thing.
Yeah, they got the courier kill there. That was nice. He's got all this vision in the area while he's farming, so he just gets some free kills there onto the courier by Taiga. So he's going to be perfectly fine farming out this area. We'll see if anybody comes to try and contest him, as you can see getting hit by that meld strike. Miracle has to back away for the moment. Super frustrating to play against Razor.
Taiga, he got the nice curse type. I like him playing in the enemy tower here, but he needs to go get this water. This is good. This is good. Because if you're going to play a jungler like Enigma, part of the strength is that you can basically go into an enemy jungle and check every lead. And that this way, Koikva gets top water rune and Miracle gets nothing.
Cute.
Yeah, that is definitely frustrating there. So doing a little bit of rune control here and still just AFK kind of farming on the Enigma. Is Timbersaw really losing out much for this at all? Currently only 7 CS on Boxy. but has been able to get to level 3. So in spite of the lack of farm that you gain on this Timber, he's at least getting some levels and starting to bring out some extra regen for himself.
Yeah, he's doing fine. He's gotten to that level 3. He's actually opting for a 1-1-1
towards mid. Miracle trying to get a little bit aggro, but then recognizing the danger. Can they find this kill? Yes.
First blood.
He's gonna draw
And the
first blood.
atmosphere's electric.
That's a big kill
I
because
saw that
his
ending
impact
from
as a
miles
jungler, like we're talking about Tim, is getting slightly punchy. He opted to go for the 1-1-1 build. He is level 3, but RTW is free farming. If you can influence another lane, like Tiger, he denies a little bit bottom. With this gank mid, he influences one more lane box, sort of to shift in Liquid's favor. It's a really big deal. You might see Miracle sort of get snowballed on this game. Oh, okay.
Yeah, GH able to pair together with LTW and Boxy just getting a little bit too aggressive. It gets punished.
It's a really hard lane for Timbersaw, and you can actually see LTW. I didn't see it, but I feel like they broke a lot of trees with Tether and Crown Blade, which doesn't allow Timbersaw to usually, you know, chain around the trees and get away.
Again, this is, I feel like, what you need to do if you're Nigma, though, right? Like, with a Nigma that is free farming in the jungle as well. I just realized it's Team Nigma, and they're playing against Nigma. This is going to be great tongue-tied Dota all throughout here. But it does kind of have that feeling like they need to keep this aggression onto Boxy.
Yeah, I agree. You need to punish the fact that Nigma's making those rotations, and is a strong lane. Boxy, however, he's not doing bad. He got all the way to level 4. I feel like maybe it's a Nigma deny. Like, I didn't watch only this lane from the start, but I feel like they maybe could have punished him a bit harder than this. They did get the kill, so it helps, and he is only at 13 CS, so it's not like they aren't winning the lane or something. I just thought they might win it even harder than this.
Now, you can see that with a little bit of extra time and early start that we've seen from Mickey, it's Insania that's retreated back to the jungle, but also Miracle trying to clear out those other camp stacks. They're going to just both be kind of playing a little bit of PvE, it feels like. They were only able to get that one stack there on the Coddle. Kuro comes back up top with Mind Control. I don't know how much they can really do against this Monkey King, though.
Yeah, I think Monkey King, as a hero, in the last patch, he got a lot of armor. I think it means his laning is just very solid. The reason this hero is not picked as much, I mean, Liquid picked it, I think, in their game versus Tundra, I believe, and ended up losing the game. They did get like 10k advantage or something, or like 14k in 10 minutes. Something ridiculous, and still lost. It's because it's a mid-game, so we'll see how this lane translates.
GH getting pressured, but also they're bringing numbers over towards mid. They have a catapult wave here, and with Taigir bringing over those Eidolons, yeah, it's going to bring that tower down to about half HP. That is a lot of aggression, and Kuro actually has to make that big rotation in as well. So Boxy, in the meantime, down bottom, he's been able to pull this whole creep wave with himself, and they're also getting pressure onto the bottom tower. And yeah, you can see LTW now coming back in. They're doing a lot of things on Liquid to try and just like mess up these moves and make sure that the laning stage doesn't feel comfortable for Team Nigma.
Yeah, that's great because Boxy, he's gotten this double wave, hold it all the way in front of his tier 1, and he can sort of farm safely here. I say that, they're just right-clicking him. They do a lot of damage to him. But this is actually the Boxy classic, by the way. It's, you buy 2 salves. Most operators, they bring 1 salve. Boxy will always bring 2 salves, so he can just get eco a little bit more.
Gonna have to pop that one now, because that is the downside to having this giant double wave. Is it will stay underneath that tower, and with the catapult, it's gonna start to pressure.
Another career site for Tiger, though.
Yeah. And Boxy still hanging out with his salve, but this tower, I mean, this ends up kind of working against Boxy now. The fact that this catapult stayed alive for so long, it's at 200 HP. But a chance for a turnaround. Tiger makes that move. ILTW getting all the heals in the world, but will it be enough? No. ILTW, he falls. GH not level 6, obviously, to get that relocate away. So heads up stuff play coming here from Liquid.
Radiant's
really good stuff for Quick. And as you mentioned, like that tower, if he doesn't rotate there, it would have died. I think maybe Boxy a little bit over ambitious to hold the double plus flag in front of this tower.
Radiant's
it works out, and it's getting gone on at top. Just a free. You know, just position 5, just a boy trying to get some wards down.
He's creative. He had to
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Boxy, he just takes bottom tower.
Yeah.
Was that 100 to
Radiant's
0?
bottom tower.
They had a
has
couple
fallen.
heroes on it with him, but yes, that basically was. It felt like there was some damage, but not a whole heck of a lot. And you can see Taiga coming and contesting this jungle of the Luna. ILTW doesn't have like free places to farm right now. It feels like everybody's all up in his grill.
Yeah, no, he had the good lane. Because of how
Radiant's
Taiga
middle
was able to
tower
play it,
is
because of
under
that
attack.
Koikba TP, they really swung the pendulum bottom. And now Koikba, he has a DD auto, he has a TP score up into 1. He has all the ability to make any play he wants on this map now. Box is even rotating to mid. This is a cool play, just, you know, they gave something to Boxy, right? They allowed him some space, take that bot tower, and he immediately pays it back to his team by
walking away to farm jungle.
Yeah, walking away. I mean, I look stupid now, but I thought it was going to be a cool play.
It happens to the best of us, and Taiga's going to be the one that gives him that extra bit of farm and room. I mean,
all right. So he gave him the confidence and moral support to take this tower.
Exactly.
That's why he came back to his
there
team.
you go. Nicely played.
But like he still is sort of the sap core, right? Like he's lower than his Enigma by a lot. He's the lowest score by far in the game. So they're just continuing to give him a bit of space, catching up with this double triple stack.
This is a smoke now. Yeah, they're coming to try and take this. They don't pick
the garbage.
I don't know. That's a very good question. As Miracle just comes in, snipes away those stacks, trying to take a couple more on his way out as well. Boundless Strike not going to connect, looking for the chase a little bit here.
Dire's
But
middle
they
tower
will just
is
be
under
able to
attack.
bully back Nigma out of their own jungle and starting to get a little bit of pressure on the mid, but it's really not much. And Sanya's like, guys, look, you drop this. Take it, Boxy. Put it in your inventory. It's good for you.
I think Boxy was too excited that he got the Ironwood tree. Always a favor of Timber Chain because it gives you something to latch on to with the Timber Chain.
True enough. Oh, Taiga getting chased a little bit by Kuro here. Goes for the bushwhack play. I don't know if this is
Radiant's
to
middle
relocate
tower
that
is under
slide.
attack.
Nice combo. They move on in.
Radiant's middle tower
Able to
has
set up
fallen.
for that kill.
Dire's courier
Oh, and he
has
snipes a
been
courier.
killed.
Really good heads up play by Kuro. I didn't know what he was doing either, to be honest. He ran a solo and he's getting gone on, but here's a bushwhack here. There's a bushwhack here.
Yep, trying to run away. This is a lot of pressure out from Koikba. Has the plasma field back up again. Will it be enough? No. Kuro gets the scurry away. Very well done. And in the meantime, you can see that it's not really that substantial of a gold lead, but the sort of stratification of all this net worth is weird.
Look at the creep bottom. Kroki is missing onto this kobold for some reason.
Yeah.
He's just hitting him.
I'm not sure about that one, to be honest. Is it killing him?
He was
Radiant
hitting it and
structures
he
are
was
fortified.
missing on it. I don't know what's happening.
Dire's top
Is this
tower
low
is
ground
under
or something?
attack.
Sorry, back to the game. The more important part.
He just leaves the
I get really
kobold there.
caught on weird mechanics.
That's perfectly okay. Yeah, they leave the kobold behind. That's not necessary.
Dire's structures are fortified.
See that making this move down bottom
Dire's
again.
top tower is under
TW,
attack.
they're even going to glyph this wave for the moment. Trying to keep alive that top tower is what's going on as mind control is pressuring with the Mars. Kuro do have Sentry Ward down, actually, so they spotted Quakeba as he headed back up to the, and they will
Dire's
retreat
top tower
away
is
together
under
now.
attack.
In the meantime, that mid tower did go down.
They get mid tower, but I feel like this top tower for Liquid, there's no way this
Dire's
tower
top
dies.
tower has
But they
fallen.
know relocate is on cooldown. They saw a couple of heroes.
They take down Insania now.
It relocates back up, but it just felt weird. I guess they're scared of the, like they're scared to overcommit resources to top.
Arena trying to take him down. Mickey in some trouble here. Can they kill him off in time? Looks like the answer is yes. One last punch from LTW gets the job done.
Dire's top
Battle
tower
back
is
and
under
forth. This
attack.
one's looking like it's going to be close. Taiga moving in, wanted to find a black hole down to Miracle.
Radiant's bottom
but
tower
it's just
is
a bit
under
too
attack.
far away.
And these two relocates, the first two relocates of the game, start showing why Wisp is such a feared hero against Team Nigma. I think this hero's not played by most teams, but it's always been auto-banned
Radiant
against Nigma.
are
But
scanning.
because of Miracle's play, actually, they banned out both Invoker and Lina this game, which allowed them to get the IO this game, and it's looking really good.
Doing everything they need out of it. At least up the early going here. Miracle currently top net worth, and they do run into Boxy. but that is not an easy kill if they don't have certain heroes, although they got to be careful about that link. That's really scary. So they won't go in for the chase down. How does Miracle keep doing this? Like, he's playing on like what everybody is saying is the quintessential counter to him in lane against the Razor, and he's still having such high net worth.
I mean, to us, I don't think Razor beats T in lane that hard. We saw even in lane, Miracle would just go to some hard camp stack. It's hard for Razor to run in, especially as soon as TA gets level 6. It's really good as an in-game matchup, and it's a good tempo hero. Saw Koifa, you know, with that early TP bottom. That's because mid was going so well, right? Like, Razor will still farm a lot. But, a little bit of a low, I feel like. Maybe it's to do with the lineup. I mean, none of Liquid's cores do anything like the Mars, you know? Like, no one just sets up a fight for them. And it's looking to be a bit revealing because while Nigma, like, Liquid had the gold advantage, but Nigma has made all the recent moves.
Miracle walks away. He's over in the mid, but there's a smoke up coming right now from Liquid. LTW hiding out in the bot. Miracle did just get his blink dagger delivered. Oh, he didn't get it off. Dual Scepter lift up, has the blink afterwards with the refraction, but it gets canceled out there. Bushwhack afterwards. Trying to chase down, looking for the finish, and they're going to get him. Miracle caught and killed. Oh, that is a big win right there for Liquid. And
they're right on the bottom too.
Thinking about it. Well, they have relocated. Need it. Thinking about popping it down. Yeah, they're going to use it to get LTW out of there. Dual Scepter lift up. And now he's dead. They take down LTW. Sheesh. Interrupted, and a double kill for Boxy. Is they're going to take down and try and pressure this bottom tower. Liquid making it work here in this game number 3 decider.
And a rare misstep from GH there, just barely not timing out the reload. There, honestly, it's very hard, and he might have been afraid that he had to mecha Zuda there.
Bottom
but
tower has
what a great punish by Koikva. You know, clicking that Yo, stopping the relocate. I said that they didn't have, like, it didn't feel like they had any moves to make. Because, you know, they have Timbersaw Razor cores, but they completely proved me wrong because they picked a Monkey King 1 position. What this hero does offer over other heroes is that he can come to these fights early and set up kills with Boundless Strike. It was the same actually in his game against Tundra, so I actually should have known this, but I didn't realize. And yeah, no, that looked fantastic. Just chaining kills, getting map control, taking the very early tier 2, so now you can take the enemy outpost. Things are looking up for Liquid here.
They're doing what they need to do. And for Nigma, on the other hand, you know, a little bit of stress. They still have these top heroes. You've got the T, you've got the Luna. We've seen them be able to carry with them before. The question is, are they going to be able to have those supporting casts in the position that they need to make it work? As Insania will just give his life away yet again. A nice pick off there by Miracle. This is what they need. Any of these little kills to start elevating that net worth a little bit. As trying to run and find somebody here.
Middle tower is
they
under
won't
attack.
be able to catch up to Taiga, it looks like. Mind Control just takes out that creep wave. They take back over their outpost. And it does look like they're going to reset a little bit for the moment.
And I do want to mention that I think he made a very good decision this game. You're playing TA with an IO Luda. There's not going to be enough farm on the map for both of you to hard farm. The usual TA build is just drag onto this 1 second bottom.
Looking for this now. They have that Blink Dagger on Taiga now.
There's not going to be... Oh.
The ward too. This could be an opening here. The rest of them are connecting. They want to try and run down anybody, but it looks like Nigma, good read of the map. You've got this TA that's farming up top, and then the rest of them get out of bottom.
Yeah, and I think a lot of their ability to read the map is because instead of opting for that faster Desolator, he goes for Blink Dagger, and it allows you to push lanes further. So now all this input on top, it prevents his team from dying bottom, and it nets him to kill in the Coddle. Really good decision making from Miracle on the item choice.
So often, I feel like we've seen these games that can go the distance. Like, obviously, big win for Liquid being able to take out that bottom tier 2 tower and now just holding on to this outpost. But so often, it's been about like these item timing. Teams actually getting those mid-game fights working in their favor. This doesn't feel like it's just going to be a complete and total wash, at least. You've got some avenues to fight for Nigma, but Liquid definitely a little bit more in control of the map at this point. Where do you see Liquid going now? Do you start thinking about a Roche? You've got the Solar Crest done on Nigma.
I think you should be content playing the map. It's not like you don't go for moves, but if you go for a big objective like Roshan into this Mars Arena Eclipse, it could end very badly for you. You sort of want to wait for your Enigma to get his timing, poke at them in side lanes. You know, Monkey King's going BKB, Enigma's going BKB, Razor almost has his BKB, and then once you can alter and Golden, you flip the switch and just, it's go time.
Okay.
Nigma do know about this though, so they're smoked up. They don't want to let Liquid get to BKBs for free.
And a quick jump in there. They find Insania yet again, so he will drop. Miracle again picks up that kill, but he was able to push out that top wave first. So they're kind of in this jungle without an objective to turn to, and down bottom, Taiga is keeping that pressure on. They're pushing out the mid wave as well. All across the board, Liquid doing a good job of just letting Insania die. That's sort of his lot in life at this point.
That is pretty much your goal. If you're waiting for a timing, like you can see he died there, but we saw the gold, the dip to went up to 3k for a second there. Right, despite the kill, because that's your job as a 5 position, create a space. Miracle does have the Desolator now. I would like to see Nigma sort of push the tempo by going for that Roshan. As long as they can maintain vision control and they don't get caught up by some insane black hole, I think it's a fine fight for them.
Be something to watch for as mind control. Ooh, right by Taiga. Spots the both of them. Oh, good blink away. Mind control trying to chase, but can't quite catch up. Kuro hunting, gets him with the bushwhack. Will they be able to find the full punish? Sharpshooter comes out. Catches, looking for the kill with the black hole to try and turn it open. Got pushed out of it. Oh, the blink away for Taiga. Manages to escape, and Nikkei finds him in the trees. First black hole gets Taiga a kill. Looking to get away. He's underneath vision this entire time. Spear, he's alive on 38 HP. But in the meantime, look at the big win that they're getting on Nigma. They get the Aegis for Miracle.
And that's an Aegis into
Radiant's middle tower.
It's not quite Liquid's timing, but anytime you get a BKB on a core here, you sort of feel like you want to go fight them. Anything that makes it unable for you to go fight them, like, you know, network disadvantage or an Aegis, makes you just feel a little bit worse because you have less options in Dota. You can't do exactly what you want. So now Monkey King and Razor have BKBs, but it's not clear what they want to do anymore.
They're attempting to get some pressure onto this map, see if they can take down. That was a lot of denies in a row there.
That was like start to 100 damage and a courier snipe from a billion range, because that's how TA works now.
That's silly. That's absolutely silly. But yeah, they're gonna take down this tier 1 tower mid. Now even black hole cooldown. Why not? So Nigma finding their footing in this game number 3. Again, elimination on the line for both of these teams. And Miracle, he wants to go for the thing that people were talking about being broken for a while. He's queuing up that Aghanim Scepter instead of going for BKB.
I think it makes a lot of sense this game, because you can look at ILTW's item choice as well. He's gone for that early Hurricane Pike. If you look at the heroes on Team Liquid, both the Monkey King and Razor, they're really bad against carry mobility, because you want to get these carries in your ring. Okay, he pikes out or pikes you out. Same for the static link, where Miracle can just jump out of it with that psionic projection.
Radiant are scanning.
See, out of ILTW's 9 games, second lowest at this point. It has definitely been a tough one for ILTW.
They're finding Taiga,
but he's still just one of the highest in the game. And Taiga gets caught by the bushwhack, the turn, the burn. Finish.
Radiant's middle tower.
Down, but up top, if they can get him, GEH, he has the relocate, hoping to get him out of there in a second, and they will. Oh, it was a good attempt there by Insania to get the blinding light to break the tether, but it won't happen, and that is going to be an IO dead. But ILTW, he'll live through it.
Yeah, Nigma will take that trade any day. I think the one win condition that is looming this game is just no matter what happens this game, there are no real Enigma Black Hole cancels. So there are 2 counters left. There's Wind Waker and Aeon Disc. These are the only counters to Black Hole, but they're very hard to buy, to be honest. And Aeon Disc isn't even guaranteed. So as soon as he gets that BKB, they, like, no matter how this game goes, Liquid can always still win this game with like some good
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
22 minutes in now, and Nigma have been able to secure all of the tier 1 towers across the map. They've got really good traps that are spread throughout. This has that feeling like, at least for now, they just want to control this map And how close are we now? We're about 700 gold away from Miracle getting that Aghanim Scepter. So what's the play style that you want to do if you're a TA in this game with the Aghanims? What's he looking to accomplish with this?
I mean, you can join pickoffs anywhere, which is pretty crazy with an IO relocate as well, right?
No, they're trying to find that finish on the Taiga, get the kill. Mind control, TP's out afterwards, and I think he's good. They were hunting up there, placed down a good ward, and managed to take down the Enigma.
Oh man, and Kuroki gets out too. There's a relocate, they're going for more here.
Looking for round 2 of this one. Insania in some trouble. These guys are crazy. A glimpse comes out. Insania's gonna look through. It's GH dies right now. Oh! This is horrendous now for Nigma. They're gonna lose. ILTW gets brought down. The greed. The greed, Owie.
Fear me!
That's a certain series of numbers coming on Twitch chat right now, I believe. Because that entire play, like MC and Kuroki, they make this huge play. They force all of Liquid's heroes there. They kill off the crucial, again, Enigma, slowing down his farm. But if you bring all the heroes there and then go to the same area again, you're basically asking them to kill you. Because you know exactly where they are. You brought them there and they're like, okay, bonus kill. And it happens to be on GH and your carry, which is huge. And just unfortunate. I don't know who called that because IO relocates are a team decision, but it just results in such an unfortunate situation for Team Nigma.
Well, that is given a little bit of new life here to Team Liquid, and Miracle. He's got the Aghanim Scepter done now. Can try and go for these sort of spread out plays, but how close are we now to BKB for Taiga? He's about 1,000 gold away.
This'll come in handy.
This game, it feels like it's going to go the distance.
I think so too. I think this is going to be a long one. There's actually one more Black Hole BKB cancel for Enigma this game. It's actually TA's Meld Strike.
Okay.
TA actually gets a lot of range, so we might see that come into play because I agree. It doesn't look like either team can eke out an advantage this game, really. I mean, the 2 cores on Nigma are really farmed, but Liquid in general, their net worth is a very strong, like, fundamental middle.
Gotta be careful here on mind control. Solar finds the slowdown, spears, gets separation. That ward scouts all of the movement in this direction. And after the Illuminate Blast,
Miracle's going to double mode.
Thinking about turning on this. Mickey, gotta be careful. Backs away. Mind control has Blink back up if he wants to go. Ooh, good Glimmer Cape keeping Mickey alive. Sharpshooter also off the mark. Nice reaction there to not give up any other heroes.
It's so much minus armor. Just the double meld plus Desolator. I wonder if he's going to take the extra meld minus armor, seeing as how like Miracle makes a lot of plays. Normally you like almost always get the meld dispels, but I mean it takes off Enigma kills, some Solar Crest, some Solar Blind.
Yeah,
but
Blinding Light.
He almost killed Mickey in like 3 hits there. If he had another 6 minus armor, I think Mickey dies there.
It's gonna be something to watch for, as you know. Oftentimes you obviously you sort of get that bonus when you're in the Wukong's command, but that's sort of the nature of this TA build, right? Is that you're always going to be potentially open for attack if you just don't have the vision around you. Taiga up top, looking for something here maybe. Gets down a ward, only scouts out right there. Needs to kill off those trees first. But they do spot ILTW and IO, but they're not going to go for anything. TP's back to the rest of the team. You can feel the tension though in this game. It's really on a knife's edge.
Yeah, it really is, and I feel like a bit of a missed opportunity with that ward. The Luna and the Wisp were close enough, and I think Razor could have made it to connect if they had started running earlier.
Structures are fortified.
They do back out, and they have a really good read on the map for Nigma right now. They have Chocolate pushed in all the way because Luna got to set Mantilus. Falling, Mind Control is straight up just hitting a tier 2 on Mars, and Miracle, he's just controlling a lot of the vision this game with his traps. It's not easy for Liquid to go for these moves, and they're going for the smoke. This is also a bit desperate because your lanes are bad. They need to connect right away or it's going to be scouted out.
Looking for it. ILTW back behind that tier 1 tower. That would have been a perfect opportunity. But you can see, oh, he passes by the ward though. They're going to spot him now. Do they decide to go back up that direction? Looks like they're looking for more, but you can see down bottom, Nigma feeling very confident with themselves. They're going to take this tier 2 tower, and I mean, this
bottom tower has
smoke.
fallen.
We'll see if it connects or not, but
There's a lot of vision for Radiant.
yeah, and the smoke wears off now. They're walking into the vision that they have on the side of Team Nigma. And gonna jump forward, they break down the tree.
Dyer's
This is really the play that they want to go for. See if they can find this finish on a Mickey. Engaging in this fight. My control now in a little bit of a trouble as ILTW goes in for the relocate. Where's Tygate's moving over from the side. Goes right on top of them. My control brought down low. If anything else left, Black Hole onto nothing. Tyga can't connect, and Nigma just played that perfectly.
Yeah, GH just relocating ILTW after the timer out. And honestly, I talk about Black Hole counters. I completely forgot about the Wisp. I don't know. I don't see this show that much, but it is one of the best saves versus Black Hole in the late game. And there, you know, at the end of relocate, you just bring your target back with you, whoever's tethered. Even if you're stunned or used or whatever the save was. Nigma, they're not done yet. They're going.
Looking for more. No Black Hole available. They do get the link off, but already dead on Mickey. Can Quakefoot do this all on his own? Trying to bring down one. They have the Foxy in there actually to break through the refraction. Miracle.
Dyer's middle
Brought down
tower
low.
is
He
under
gets
attack.
out. Projection so good. Turns now on to Foxy, trying to finish him off. He's just tickling him. It's not going to be enough to find that kill. Yeah, the relocate away from the Black Hole is so solid and proving to be the answer that they need.
That was sort of like the BKB reveal on this way. They're taking these fights, and all 3 of their cores, I mean, I consider Enigma a core, so 3 out of the 4 cores have gone for the Oh, they caught Quakefoot from it.
Oh, good force step though. Insania saving Quakefoot. Running out, trying to get him. Is he low enough? Fuel Scepter afterwards. They have any other save. Foxy gets the disarm off, but they couldn't take care of Miracle, who comes in, cleans up. They have buyback on these heroes, so you don't want to have to use it.
All of a sudden, it's a 7k gold lead from Team Nigma, and they're knocking on the base here. They still have Mars Arena. They have their BKB on Mars back up.
Oh,
they want it.
Bottom tower
looking
is under
for it.
attack.
Nigma, they're up 7,000 gold right now. And trying to take down something here. Another force step, keeping Foxy all fine and dandy. Sharpshooter not going to connect onto anybody. And Liquid, they managed to hold their high ground.
Miracle, he did go for that meld armor reduction at level 20. And you can even see during that play, he was setting up mid in case anyone tried to push on that lane. I would like to see him leave a trap in the fountain just so you don't have to TP back at all. He didn't have to expend his TP last time. But it's a small thing considering he jumps into Roshan and could start moving down objective right away.
Do they recognize this? Oh, Taiga's 30 seconds away from Black Hole. Yeah, they're moving over this direction already. The rest of Nigma is here. Crow there to try and break the smoke. They jump on him, go right at the start. Find that kill. And Nigma want to tempt fate. They have Arena, they have BKB thinking about it. But Black Hole off cooldown 15 seconds, but buying back now. This is the fight right here for Nigma. They can make it happen. Jump forward, tries to get the back line, but the BKB comes out from Nikkei. Quakefoot tries to get the link off, not going to connect. They could jump now with BKBs down low, but there's still one more BKB available. That's really important. Taiga in the back lines. He's got that Black Hole ready now. Nigma, where are they going to go to? They have to relocate also. Rogue queuing up that sharpshooter. Roche down. 2,000 HP. Slowly but steadily, they're trying to get this. Where is the opening? We'll cross command is now. It's just their hands. Liquid get it. What a play. Liquid with the call out.
Miracle actually took bot racks during that. He identified that they could not fight Roshan. So despite Liquid being up down 8k gold, they get to Roshan, and the compensation is, you know, you're taking bot racks. I don't know who comes out ahead of that. I think Liquid are happy, to be honest. You have to be happy, because Aegis is your win condition. The other counter to Black Hole that exists in every Dota game is just have a second life.
True enough.
So now that they only have 1 life on Team Nigma, I mean, buybacks aside, which is also a counter to Black Hole.
We're finding a lot of counters to Black Hole.
Nah, it's I mean they're like not real counters, so right? Like the real counter is he uses Black Hole and you drop your Warlock Rock and he just hits. But there are like counter plays, I should say, to it. And Aegis is one of the best ones. And now that they don't have it, you can sort of commit in with this Black Hole, hopefully get two cores so that IO can't relocate both of them out and win a fight that way. It's a glimmer of hope from Liquid from that play.
There's some problems here, definitely, that they're going to have to address, though. Like you mentioned, this sort of game plan that we're seeing from Nigma looked quite strong over the last couple of minutes. Insania was, I think, the one that picked up that Aghanim shard, so they've got the recall now.
Oh, no, they gave it to Taiga, actually.
Okay.
They did it on his own because recall is really good. But now they have, you know, that maybe you're black holing, GH goes to save zone, and the shard pulls him in. It's a really good shard. I thought it was a meme when it came out, and it sort of still is, but it's actually quite strong.
Something to watch for. Also picking up that Shadow Amulet afterwards. Interesting. Taiga.
Okay, so he knows that Nigma, I almost said Team Miracle, but like, maybe it is. He knows that Nigma are just gonna push base, so how he can set up for a good black hole is he can sort of just Shadow Amulet near his Raxes. There won't be sentries because you still have that tower, and just blink in against unexpected black hole. It's like a better smoke, effectively.
Well, looks like we have reset again. 9,000 gold lead for Nigma, but that matters significantly less than what type of map control you got. And with them, have the racks pushing in constantly down bottom. Miracle is getting set up here a little bit.
He's just doing this. And now the double mode, that's minus 28 armor. Even if Timbersaw is on max stacks, he might get sold
Radiant's
from the
top tower
Miracle.
is under attack.
Monkey King, broken, glimmered, backs away. Shot comes out, Lucid Beam afterwards, creating a little bit of separation. Looks like they are going to back away again. Now, they do have Miracle, obviously, the ability to get anywhere on the map right now. But Liquid going to sit here and pressure around this side of the map.
Invisibility.
All right, 4 heroes.
Radiant
Foxy showing mid.
Look at the trap coverage bottom, though.
Yeah.
He just has traps everywhere. And this game is interesting because Liquid also have a global mechanic in the recall, right? So your normal TA Aghanim's pressure / relocate pressure, it's not quite as impactful as it normally would be.
Again, up top, LTW flirting around with him here. Taiga's still staying in biz.
Smoke up from Nigma behind our Luna, who gets some night vision.
Okay, Taiga going to blink away. The rest of Liquid need to be careful. Has blink on cooldown. Looking for him. Tries to find a BKB turnaround. Taiga drops down that midnight pulse. Mickey there right on top of him, draining the mana from mind control. Follows in. BKB there. Taiga. He's already used his BKB. Jump forward. The black hole is too forward. And the wolf right on top. But they get the right pushback. It's not going to be enough to make the kill happen. ILTW will go down, but they get Miracle out. For more though, no, they don't get him out the head. He wasn't throwing up the range. And now the chase down top. Liquid surging forward. Foxy finds the kill. TH also to go down. They wipe them all.
Your quest and mine were at
Taiga got found at the beginning of the fight. He had to pop
Radiant's
BKB
top
early,
tower
but the
is under
patience
attack.
from Team Liquid, they just baited them all in. I think the blinding light, it canceled the tether, right? Like it stopped the relocate. I didn't quite get to see that because
I think it did, but it also pushed TA out of the black hole. Yeah,
I mean, it didn't matter. They stopped the save, and
right.
That was a super good fight for Team Liquid. I mean, obviously they got a 5-0, but the execution
Radiant's
was
middle
amazing
tower
because
is under
it's
attack.
hard to black hole this game without your BKB. You know, one beam, one spear, some stupid bushwhack from Furry.
Radiant's
and
top tower
your
is
black
under
hole away,
attack.
but the patience and everything, they completely turned around this game.
Look at this. Miracle's still dead for 40
Radiant's
seconds,
top
and Liquid
tower
trying to
is
claim a
falling.
rack of their own now. You've got Boxy that's ready to go with the flamethrower here. And obviously, they would love to get a buyback out of anybody. We'll see if Nigma will
Radiant's
oblige,
middle tower,
or if they're going to try and hang on to
tower
those.
has fallen.
The
Melee
Salt
racks is the
Razor
call.
as well.
Yeah. So less than 1,000 gold
Radiant's
separating
middle
these two
barracks are
teams
under attack.
as Liquid
Radiant's middle
will
barracks
claim
has fallen.
the mid racks and now look to back. Oh no, with the catch! Oh
my.
Mind
Radiant's
control hits
top tower is
LTW
under
right on
attack.
top of them, and they'll find Boxy.
Maybe stayed a little bit too long, but you have to still be happy with Team Liquid. They got the racks, but I think they're gonna go on Nigma. They know there's no Black Hole, now there's no Timbersaw. They really want to catch someone here. They have the global potential from TA, so she's gonna be able to push out any lane they need her to.
hanging out there up on a cliff for a moment, blinks down afterwards, and look at this. Liquid, recognizing that inherent danger, they back up all the way to their fountain, basically. And oh, look at the item that they got. Taiga picks up the ninja gear.
That's a good one. Has to be the best tier 4 for Enigma. It's not usually that highly sought after in terms of the tier 4s, but it's really good on Enigma this game. Just being able to get that surprise jump onto your
Dire's
opponents.
top tower is under attack.
We saw part of the reason
Dire's
as
courier
Boxy's
has been
courier is
killed.
going to go down. That was his Aeon disc. But I think that part of the thing that we're seeing here too is like
Radiant's
just
top tower
when
is
Miracle and
under attack.
LTW were that close together, you catch both of them in the black hole, that's like 50k net worth that's just gone because they can't do anything. And they're still incredibly farmed. We'll have to see what the team fight looks like if they don't get
Dire's
caught by the
top
black
tower
hole, but it
is
feels
under
like
attack.
Taiga
Scanning.
each and every time has just been able to be there on point.
I like what you just said though, actually, about the net worth being gone. Because if you look at Liquid's heroes, like even some Ayaskadi on Monkey King, Blinding Light, you know, the Razor Static Link, a lot of their heroes, they just reduce how effective the net worth is coming off from the Nigma heroes. Even like, you know, Halberd, Hex, they're just going to disable their way through and sort of sustain these fights. I mean, if the game goes long enough, I think it's very hard for Nigma's heroes to fight into Team Liquid's. Just a combination of Monkey King, Razor, and the Nigma late game. I think it just outscales Luna TA, and they know this. That's why they're smoking up. They're not desperate, but they understand that there's some pressure for them to make moves. They want to get map control at least before this third Roshan.
Way to do that, get all those lanes pressured out. Of course, Nigma does have back up again. Oh, trying to queue up that refresher.
I love these random bushwhacks from Kuroki, just into the trees. He almost caught Mickey there. I don't think it would have been a good fight, but it's good. It's like a good thing to think about. You know, make Mickey feel a bit of fear.
Smoke up now. Boxy again not in it, but can obviously relocate afterwards once the fight starts to begin. Blink back afterwards from Miracle as well. He's going to retreat. 2 minutes until Roche is going to respawn while Liquid are hunting.
It's a very tense period of time because Liquid, they want to sit back here.
Dire's top tower is under
they
attack.
would want to sit back here a bit. You'll get your 25 and 1 can chill a bit, but they don't have any real way of scouting Roshan. Meanwhile, there's just going to be a TA trap in there chilling, and you sort of have to maintain control over this area, it seems like.
Ward placed down by Kuro. They spot Quakeva as he heads out that other direction. The wraparounds walks into vision yet again. We didn't really talk about it a ton, but Boxy's sheepstick was really imperative for finding that kill onto the TA a little bit earlier. And after Courier goes down, won't have that Aeon disc, but looking to get it soon here. So Miracle will keep that pressure out on all the lanes. Finishes off the Swift Blink. Both for mainly Liquid, the map very dark right now. They have these two wards, one of them right on top of where the outpost is, and the other one down the mid lane a little ways. But it's definitely, like you said, hard for them to get any type of a vision out here, as Miracle's waiting right on top of one of his traps, ready to go with the meld strike if somebody walks up here.
Miracle, he's actually opted to go for the Swift Link. He does not have a BKB or an MKB against the blind of Kodo. However, he picked up the nice little flicker item, which dispels maybe able to get outside a monkey ring or static link. I mean, I talk about flicker as this really strong item a lot, but I think it's even better than normal this game. There's just so much you can disengage from. We might see him dodge a black hole with a flicker this game.
Or, you know, the random element to it. We might see him flicker into a black hole.
That is true. That's a good point. And flicker, it's easy to see all these like insane positives to it, but you're right. The wrong one, maybe you're a bit further into the static link, or you cliff yourself and you just lose your team the game.
Possibility. Never know. But this gold lead, every time that feels like the map state is just sort of passive, it's Nigma that are starting to build back up that lead again.
LTW, he does have his BKB finish, and I think you're right. They just have more of the map to play with just because of this Agnes from TA, you know, the nature of their lineup with the Wisp relocate and the Manta from Luna. And Luna, LTW, he does have the BKB finish right now. Don't think there's any specific new timing that Nigma wants to look for now. They're basically just looking for the best fight they can get. Public has picked up a basher, so he can bash the Nigma if they're in the back.
Is under attack.
Okay, all right.
That's I don't know. Maybe it's good.
10% chance. Right on top of him. He's in trouble. Curl. Dead. I can go afterwards and find out. Foxy jumps in quick bust. Trying to train now onto Luna. See if they can find that finish. We'll get him away for the moment. We're back in just a second as they heal back up ILTW. Are Liquid going to give up this area of the map? There's creeps currently going into the tier 4s of Liquid. Bushwhack connecting now onto Boxy. Mind control spear going to connect. Where are they going next? Miracle is still pushing out the other lanes, pushing in mid. Up to the north, Taiga still scouting out this area. They need to send somebody to deal with this, but the Melon Strike going to connect on quick move to the heads afterwards. They're on to Miracle here. While the jump trying to find the shield. He's doing so much now. On to ILTW. He's starting to drop down low, and he dies in the ring. GH wasn't able to get to him. Now the turn, looking to find something else here. X for a while. On to Miracle, trying to bring him down. Mid-game right on top, but the jump away. Okay, mind control right on top of him. Silence, chase down. Is it going to be enough? They don't quite get it. U Scepter lifts up now on to Miracle. Mid-game, he eventually dies. Have a buyback. Going to use it now. Miracle surviving, doing so much with those sideways. Insania gets chased down and right. Again, Tiger has to back out the right top of him. Oh, he made it. Flicker is too good. Stun afterwards coming from that boundless strike, and LTW, he's not moving in. Pissed off about how this fight has gone as one by one. They start for the finish. Getting to it all alone. I don't think so. Dead for 2 minutes, and they have a Luna. This could get ugly. Oh my god, did they just do it? Is that it?
I think they did. So, insane outplays coming out from Nigma. You know, one of the counterplays of Black Hole. Black Hole's all you just buy back. Now Taiga has no Black Hole, and your drone's getting hit.
Insane fight from Miracle, who managed to, I think, live through all of that. And now the chase down, looking for the finish. They want this so desperately. There's not enough left in the tank. Liquid are going for gold. And Nigma will not be denied. Bruno keeps his chance alive to keep going to every TI. What a finish.
Oh my god. Just such good team fighting from Team Nigma. They were able to trade the first arena for some BK